While they were busy in that meeting, we saw Naledi coming from upstairs. She was on her way to work, and she overheard Hlomu talking to the Zulu brothers the way she was talking to them. And Kawe didn't want her to be involved. Kawe, said to her, let's go to the kitchen and talk. And of course, she was on her way to work. And that's when he offered her to drive his car. Now, when she was at work, something strange happened because there was this other white lady who had an episode, and she just attacked Naledi, almost killed Naledi because she was strangling her simply because of Naledi delivered bad news that she has stage 2 cancer. And she didn't want to accept that she has cancer, and that's when she became, physical. And there was this other best friend of Naledi, his name is Tsietsi. Tsietsi, has been a best friend of Naledi from back in the days when they were still in school. They were also working together at Mandisa Hospital. And they were also reminiscing about things which used to happen at Mandisa Hospital when they said, at Mandisa Hospital, they used to say if you lost 6 patients on that day, it's a good day. Like the way people are dying in Mandisa Hospital, if you lose 6 people, it is not a bad day. It's a good day because it's only 6 people. Like, you can tell how the situation is. Of course, I grew up in Tembisa. Of course, I've been in Tembisa Hospital. And there was a time where I was just admitted there for about a week or 2 when I was about to get my operation. And you just see the person pushing a trolley, and you understand that, okay, that means somebody died. And it's just one of those things whereby people die every day. You just see family members showing up to see their loved one, and all of a sudden people are crying. You understand that, okay, they lost that person. It's happening. It's just the hospital drama. That's the hospital painful stuff that people deal with every day. They were talking about those things, and Tsietsi was like telling Naledi that you are glowing. And of course, Naledi had to say, this one we have to sit down and talk about it, because she was actually telling him that I found love. But I saw something to Tsietsi, because Tsietsi really loved Naledi, because they call each other Ntwana or Ngwana or baby, and after the white lady attacked Naledi, Tsietsi was there to help Naledi to make sure that she gets better, and also prescribe some pills so that she can get well. And that's when Kawe showed up. And when Kawe showed up, his attitude, he didn't even recognize the doctor. He didn't even want to see Tsietsi as someone who is helping Naledi. And he was there to help a colleague. Tsietsi was there as a doctor to make sure that Naledi get a great treatment, and also to make sure that he prescribed the right medication for Naledi. But the way he just, entered the room and start talking only to Naledi and pretending like he doesn't even see Tsietsi simply because of Tsietsi is a guy, it shows that, Kawe has a lot of insecurities. And Kawe, the same way Mkele is behaving, they are just the same. They don't even want to see anyone close to their lady. Doesn't matter if the person is it's a colleague or what. They just want to see their women only with them. They don't want them to have best friends, especially if that friend is a male best friend. It becomes a problem, because after that we have seen them go into a car and they had an argument. And Naledi made it clear that Tsietsi is my best friend. I've known Tsietsi from during my days when I was still in school, and I worked with Tsietsi at Mandisa Hospital. And I am not even ready to cut that friendship. You just have to deal with it. At the end, he had to apologize, Kawe, because of, he said, since I was born, I've never had such a thing that a woman can have a guy as a best friend. And Naledi started asking him questions. Now, do you want to kill Tsietsi now? Because of Tsietsi is closer to me. Tsietsi is not just a best friend. I am working with Tsietsi. And do you hear exactly what you're saying? You are taking me away from a professional doctor, somebody who can help me, somebody who can prescribe me some medication, and you are telling me that we will have to go to the pharmacy so that you can buy me painkillers. And of course he had to apologize because, he realized that what he was doing, he was wrong. And there was also a scene where we have seen Ubutom Dala, sitting down with all, the brothers and trying, to understand what just happened. And he said, you want to tell me that we are losing again to Mandisa? You want to tell me that there is absolutely nothing we can do? We have turned to become a laughing stock right now, whereby a woman can just walk all over us, do what she likes, and win against us, repeatedly. Mkhele, I trusted you. I told you that you are the one who must take care of this family, but clearly you are failing. And he was also asking Sambulu the same question. He was also, talking to Kawe. And Mkhele had to put blame on Kawe. And he said, Kawe is the reason why everything happened, because Kawe was not here. Kawe decided to go to Northwest where he was kidnapped, and everything happened while he was on that side. So he wanted to put the blame on Kawe, and he didn't want to take responsibility for what he did. And at the end of the day, Zulu brothers are losing war against, Mandisa. And Mandisa, she's going extra mile now to also hire a lawyer who can help her so that she can win, what belongs to her and Ndumiso. And on the other side, we have seen Mkhele talking to Peter and telling Peter that I'm paying you to win cases, I don't pay you so that, we can become a laughing stock. And now, Peter made it clear that she is married legally to Noma, and she has a right to own the tavern, she has a right to be in that house, and she has a right to stay with her son. And Mkhele said, find a way that we can win. Don't tell me that she hired a lawyer who never lost any case. We want to win this. And that's when we saw, Peter bringing the social worker to the tavern. And when the social worker arrived, there were two people who wanted to fight. And of course, when they arrived there, they found out that she was actually breaking off that fight. And also Ndumiso was helping, Mandisa with, the empty bottles, and because she was carrying a crate. And when they were there to ask her questions, about if Ndumiso went, to see a professional, went to get a professional help. Because remember, the father died in that house. They are running a tavern there. People are fighting there. And Ndumiso, he is young. And they find out that Ndumiso was not even taken to see a professional to help him with counseling. And also, Ndumiso was working in the tavern, and people were fighting in that tavern. And the social worker, said, I have no choice but to take Ndumiso and give, the custody of Ndumiso to the Zulu brothers so that they can look after him until you sort out your things, until you convince me that you are in a right state to take care of this young man. Because currently this environment, it is not a healthy environment for a child to grow up in. And in that way, she lost Ndumiso. And of course, I believe that will be the thing that will trigger her, to go all out, to go and see the detective so that she can, spill the beans and speak about all these wrong things that the Zulu brothers has been doing. And I appreciate you guys showing me love and support. I just wanted to speak about episode 10 of The Wife. Thank you.